Hi, and welcome to Rudy Sassoon's Science Fantasy Experience, and to review of the PE-11 SFX Scouting Force X Edge, Shield and Bullet. Yeah, what a mouthful. It's Reflector. So this third-party toy came out quite a while ago actually, 2011 I believe, and it was one of the first third-party toys I actually got, and I've had it quite a while, and I just thought I would do a quick review on it because it is an incredibly fun toy. If you like Transformers, or if you don't, if you like cameras, it's just a lot of fun, and everything that you need is in that. So every weapon, every accessory, it's all in the camera. It's so much fun to do. But let's have a look at the box first. So yeah, Perfect Effects PE-11. As I said, it was an absolute mouthful in my introduction, but it is Reflector. So we have got Viewfinder, I'm guessing that's Spyglass, and Spectro. I might have got those a bit muddled up, and I'll probably get them muddled up as I go through the review. It's 3 bots with 6 different names. But as with the box, we've got a continuation of the colour theme throughout the robots, through the packaging with the purple, the green, the little, again it kind of homages G1 colourways for Decepticon boxes, and an artistic illustration of the robots. And as you can see, they come with a wealth of accessories, unlike its G1 counterpart. And then the other side you can see it in a digibashed configuration of the camera, and these are all the accessories and weapons that you do get, and then just another alternate cannon mode, which I'll get onto as the review continues. So yeah, that is the box. And here we have the camera. As you can see, it's a relatively small toy, but not everything has to be giant sized when it comes to toys. I know in my toy collection I've often gone on about how much I love big toys, but sometimes you just want a small fun toy that's incredibly playable. When I saw the reviews back in the day with this toy with Scouting Force X Reflector, I was just like, that's really, really cool. And Reflector's a great little character in G1, pops up in a few episodes, and animation errors. It's nice to see a toy version of him that's quite a bit different. And as you can see, it is small, but it's perfectly formed. A little bit of a visible robot head syndrome, but that's what the original toy was, and it's covered in names. But okay, if you think about G2, Optimus Prime had his name on his trailer. They're meant to be robots in disguise. Don't put your name on them. But yeah, it is just such a fun toy, and a great camera mode. I'm thinking if you ever got an oversized Thundercracker or Skywarp, it would probably fit quite nicely in their hands. And if it does fit in to the camera, I'll try and put Makitoy's Green Giant, because I have them posed together and they scale incredibly well, because once again, he's a third-party toy that doesn't seem to scale with other toys in various lines. But I'm not a scale junkie. I don't care about scale. I like things that look good on the shelf and are fun to play with. So yeah, this is the camera mode. So here we have them transformed into their respective robot modes. So let's have a look at Viewfinder first. So even though they're small, they are just incredibly detailed, and you can see that the accessories are formed from parts of the camera. So he's got extra shoulder armour, I guess, and then he's got arm shields either side. And as I said, because they're they're small, they're still incredibly poseable. There's just so many points of articulation that you can just get them in some super poses. I'm probably going to just bang on about how fun they are, but that's what I want in a toy, especially a small toy that's, you know, taken inspiration from G1 and added in a little bit of screen accuracy and just added all the camera parts to create more pleasure to the figure. So yeah, that is Viewfinder, and he's got 2 assault rifles. And moving on to, here we go. I'm going to get them wrong. I know I'm going to get them wrong. So yeah, that was Edge, Viewfinder. So let's go on to Shield, which I'm guessing is Spyglass. Could be Spectro, which is the red one. I feel like maybe Spectro's the red one. So yeah, Spectro. So the bottom of the camera becomes a riot shield, and the camera flash becomes his shoulder armor, and he has a sniper rifle. And again, just the posability is the same. You know, these two are practically the same robot. Obviously with Viewfinder you get his movable lens, and again it's just so much fun, incredible fun to be had with this toy. And, you know, even on the back, it's just, the detailing is really good. It looks roboty, but you know, there's absolutely no kibble. You can't fault third-party figures for kibble at all. It's just, they're so well done. And considering this is a good 7-8 years ago when this toy came out, they're so much fun. And Spyglass. So this time the camera lens becomes a rocket pack, and the tripod becomes his, I'm going to call that a Gatling gun. You know, the Arnie Terminator 2 full-on gun that he has. So yeah, the only marked difference is the blue and the red flashes that make up the different characters on the show. So yeah, if you wanted to create a more G1 look, you can obviously remove all the accessories. Oh, that's really, really stiff. Again, you can't fault third party for joints and how well they are produced. So yeah, you can give them a more cartoon screen look. Yes, well, again, I'm going to go back onto the articulation. It's shoulder joints, elbow joints, ball joints. You know, there's head rotations. And oh, I forgot to mention, they come with knives that fit onto their back, which again are incredibly stiff. But yeah, they can have a whole slew of weaponry with these guys, just to tailor your own, you know, your own play values. You know, if I was a kid and I got this, which I'd be blown away by having all the accessories as a kid. I loved getting toys with accessories with the kid. It's just something that's an integral part of the toy experience for me. So yeah, let's have a look at the the others without their accessories, so I can give you that full. So this is them without those added extra accessories that build up their shoulder armour and other bits and pieces, and it does give them a bit more of a cartoon screen accurate look. As you can see, there's extra little paint details with the gold triangle and the face sculpt. Most Decepticons seem to have this angry face on them, and there's no change there. And you know, the green is actually quite shiny on the front, on the chest plate, compared to the painted parts of the arm. And playing around with it, I forgot to mention that there's an ankle tilt. On such a small figure, an ankle tilt, which is absolutely fantastic. So we've got viewfinder and Spectra and Spyglass. Again, they are practically the same, just with the red and the different numbered parts. And the playability doesn't stop there. Here is the camera accessories put into an fully armoured assault cannon, I guess. They don't name it in the instructions, but that's what I'm going to call it. You know, it's just a full-on bazooka. And a few other different configurations. We've got the dual wielding knives and shoulder mounted rocket launcher. Again, just pure play value to be had with this toy. As I mentioned in the start of the video, everything is going to fit back into the camera. So you want to grab viewfinder, and there's a tab which you want to bring up and clip into place. That allows these two parts to combine. You want to bring the arms round and up into position at the back, and then the legs you're going to bring up and are hidden inside like so. And there we have the central part of the camera. All the guns fit into the lens, apart from the sniper barrel, which is going to fit inside there. And these go inside and clip in to these in an alternate fashion, if I can get my words out. The engineering and I guess the thought process and the design meetings they had in that room in their design studio must have been so awesome, thinking of how everything is going to work. This last one's a bit tricky, but we're in. And then that clips over. Well, that's one side. I'm going to grab the arm shields and one of the knives, and they just clip inside. It's a bit blurry. There we go, we're in. And same again with the other knife. They're so tiny, accessories, but they will all go in. Might need to push that knife in a little bit further. And then they go on to the side to fill in the gaps on the lens. And you have another part completed. Then you have the part that builds up the Gatling gun, which is going to be used to create the flash. If I remember rightly, this one's a little bit tricky to get in. Because you have to slide them down. That went in quite easily. As you can see, it's just incredibly compact, and just it leaves no gaps anywhere. It's a phenomenal toy. I've enjoyed playing with it over the years, and doing this review, it's been thoroughly enjoyable. And then you want to grab the riot shield, and other bits and pieces can now go in here. There's a space for one of the knives, and you've got the sniper rifle, which clips in there. And then that will fill the base of the camera. So I'm going to pop those together. They should just tab in. The squeak of plastic. As you can see, it's starting to build the camera up, and that screen look in the first few episodes, where one of the Seekers, I'm going to feel like it's Thundercracker that holds him, could be Skywarp, the blue one, and then this clips on to the bottom. And those tabs clip in. We will be left with one visible head, but the other one will be hidden by the flash. And the flash is literally going to pop on, and then grab the shoulder cannons, and they're going to clip together. Clipped in like so, and then we're going to attach the lens. And then to pop the tripod, the Gatling gun, separate the legs. And there we have Reflector back in its camera mode. Let's see if I can get it all in shot. So yeah, there we have it all encapsulated. What an ingenious way to hide all the accessories. I think this toy is absolutely incredible. It's so much fun. It's a joy to play with. It's a joy to transform. It looks great with Mackie Toys Green Giant, which I'm gonna show you in a moment. It's just, how much fun is that? You know, click, click, click. It's phenomenal. So Make Toys Green Giant is way too big for my camera setup. Look at the size of him. He's enormous. But as I mentioned, he scales really well with one of the elements of Reflector spyglass. I just think they scale perfectly well. Let's get up close. I think that's such on display. With all three of them, I have them done in front, and they look so good together. The plastic quality for each they're on par with each other, and the colours, you know, almost match. It's so good. I've just banged on about how good this toy is, and it doesn't disappoint on all levels. It's a fun toy. It's incredibly poseable. It looks great. You know, it can be screen accurate if you like it, and then it has, you know, all those accessories that are built into the camera that just add to the play value, and I can't highly recommend it more. So that has been PE-11 Scouting Force X Reflector.